Hello, Leo. Welcome to your July 2019 money, wealth, prosperity, finances, abundance reading. My name is Desiree, and I want to welcome you to my channel, Intuitive Gems. If this is your first time here, I hope that you do decide to stick around. I do these readings every month, so I hope you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching today. So again, we're going to go ahead and get started with the reading for the sign of Leo for July 2019. Now, when cards jump out of the deck, I believe those are the cards that we need to focus on. So as you saw, those cards fell out, and so I believe that they are part of the reading for Leo. Wow, okay. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay. All right, Leo. All right, Leo, it looks like you've also been going through some transitionary things as far as your money goes. I'm feeling like there's been some information that maybe you just did not know about, and finally it is all coming to the surface. I also feel like you are ending some type of a partnership. However, it's something you've been thinking about for a while. So we have the Five of Wands in the reverse. We have the Moon upright, the Lovers in reverse. We have the Two of Swords. Then we have the Emperor, and we have the Death card. This is a huge change, a huge transformation coming your way, excuse me, sometime in July. Now, I also see the Emperor card here. Now, this is a card of someone who definitely has their finger on the pulse, who definitely knows what's going on with the situation. Okay, and I feel like that's you, Leo. I feel like you are the one who kind of has the eyes out everywhere, and you know what's going on, and you know what needs to be done. Not only do you know what the problems are, you also know what the solutions are. However, you haven't necessarily been able to act on that just yet. Okay, maybe you don't have the people you need, maybe you don't have the the money you need, whatever. But just realize that as we move into July, the information is going to come to the surface, and you are going to get everything that you need. I'm feeling like this is a temporary separation of a partnership. This isn't a permanent, breakup or anything like that. I just feel like there's some conversations here, a lot of going back and forth. Someone decides to take a step back temporarily, and then as you move forward throughout July, I feel like that person's going to come back, and you're going to have to make a decision. However, by the time this partnership wants to kind of reconnect, you're already going to be in a totally different place. You're going to be in a place where what you thought you wanted initially is probably not even the right fit anymore. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of July 2019? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. Things are happening quickly, but not as quickly as you would like them to. And you're definitely not afraid to walk away. I need one more card for you. There we go. All right, Leo. Yes, I do feel like some relationships are kind of holding things up for you. You know, you have some people that you feel maybe a loyalty towards, or maybe you feel kind of obligated. However, I think you're feeling that way, is kind of holding things up. I'm seeing and feeling that with this 10 of Pentacles and also this 5 of Swords here, where, you know, it's like you're almost separating yourself from the people who are kind of slowing you down. Now, I also see this 8 of Wands here in the reverse. Now, this is a card of swift, quick movement. It means speed. It means things are happening quickly. However, when it shows up in the reverse, it means that things are not happening as fast, or they could just come to a halt altogether. You know, you'll have to figure out your situation and figure out which way it applies, because it could mean that things are just stopping temporarily. Now, I also see this 8 of Cups here. This is, you know, walking away. This is leaving with no regrets. This is moving on to the next chapter. It's almost like you just don't feel like there's any more that you need to do. It's like the situation is done. It's time to move on and go in a different direction. Now, we also have Justice here. When I see her in the reverse position, this tells me that there's been some areas where you have not been treated fairly. Also, this is also about areas where you have not necessarily gotten a fair deal, where, you know, maybe someone got the better end of the stick than you got. It's okay, because all of this is coming full circle, and you're going to be moving on from that in a good way. However, I see that sometimes you could be your own worst enemy, Leo, because you feel this obligation and you feel this, it's like sometimes you almost feel guilty when you have to tell someone that you are ready to move in a different direction. Yep, we have the Page of Rods here. This is a message as it relates to work. We also have the 9 of Cups. Now, this is the Wish card here. We also have betrayal. Someone has betrayed you. However, because this is in the reverse position, this means that that is in the past. It's over. You're healing from it. It's done. You're not letting it affect you as you move forward, which is definitely a good thing. Now, we've got this positive message as it relates to work. And because you have the Wish card, Leo, that is excellent. So whatever it is that you've been hoping for and dreaming of and wanting to happen, it's definitely coming. That's definitely a good thing. You know, I think sometimes we have to go through these hurdles and these challenges just because that's the only way we can get prepared for what it is that we want. Sometimes these things are only tests. You know, the universe does test us, and the universe wants to know if we are genuine enough with ourselves to hold out for what it is that we want. So whatever you want is coming. It's coming in a big way. However, you know, don't let that residual emotions from the past affect what you have going on right now in the present, okay? So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers on this. But this is really exciting because I do see good news coming for you, Leo. All right, what do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of July 2019? What do we need to know for Leo? What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Death card. Now, again, we had the Death card earlier in the upright. So there is a big change coming for you in July. I have the feeling that it's going to start sometime in the beginning of July, and then the full transition is probably going to be occurring sometime towards the end of July. Okay, so whatever it is, just trust it. Know that it's not a bad thing because it's happening. You know, you're not going to be able to avoid it. Change is a coming. We also have the King of Swords here, and then we have the Chariot. Now, this is another card of movement, sometimes being pulled in two different directions, sometimes being very, very hasty and ready to just make a move. And I'm hoping you can see this here. We also have the King of Swords. Again, this is somebody who, can cut through the BS. However, sometimes I'm feeling like this is a fed up energy. You're getting fed up with someone or something, and you're tired of having to have the same conversation, dealing with the same BS over and over. That could be what this change is all about, and that could also be one of the reasons why you make a hasty decision. Okay? So just be aware of that, Leo. What else do we need to know for the sign of Leo as it relates to money, wealth, prosperity, finances, and abundance for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo, you can get caught up in your emotions. Now, the Queen of Cups, she's all about emotions. She's all about being sensitive. And she's also someone who gives people the benefit of the doubt. And I do feel like that is you, Leo. That is your energy for the month of July. Sometimes it's not about being hard about certain things. Sometimes, the emotions do come into play. And I'm feeling like that's going to happen for you in July. All right, this is interesting because we have the Lovers. Again, remember, we had the Lovers card here at the beginning of your reading. Also in the reverse position, it's showing up again in the reverse position. So there's definitely going to be some type of a separation or a dissolving of a partnership. Someone is going to be going a separate way. You and another person are both deciding to go in different directions. Now, this could be a love relationship, and that could affect your finances, but it could also be a business partnership where, two people decide, hey, we did all we could, but I think it's time for me to do this, and you need to do that. So just know that there is some, I guess, growing apart would be the best way to say it. And I'm hoping this is not too cut off. I'll put that there. But that could be part of the reason of, the big changes you have coming in July as well, Leo. Something good is definitely coming for you in July, but I also feel like there's a big change on the horizon. And I also feel like there's going to be a lot of emotions and fast decisions being made. But the information is going to come to you in the time that you need it, okay? And you're going to be able to just kind of move forward. Even though there are some big changes coming, they're not all bad. Whatever you've been wishing for is on the way. It may make its appearance in July, or at least maybe it may hint in July. I also feel like, again, your emotions are going to serve you well. It's all about trusting the process and knowing that you've done all you could in the time that you could do it. And that's what I'm feeling for you, Leo, for the month of July 2019. Now let's go ahead and end your reading with an oracle card. I'm pulling cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Okay. And the card we got for you is card number 31, Why? That's all it says on the card, why. So you may want to contemplate on this, Leo. And you may have the answers within, or you may have to go deep within. And that could explain some of the things that we were talking about in your reading today. Maybe by contemplating on the question why, you will be enlightened and you will get the answers that you need for your particular situation. All right, Leo, I hope that was helpful. And I hope you enjoyed your reading for July 2019 for money, wealth, prosperity, finance, and abundance. If you have any questions, feel free to put those down in the comments below. And if you would like some wealthy mindset tips, you can find the link to get that down in the description. All right, Leo, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time real soon.